Hey, all you Tri Mamas. Thanks for joining me today. I decided to make a video talking about an issue that I see revolving in the world of triathlon. I've been seeing it for quite a while, and it seems like there's a lot of misconceptions. So I decided to go ahead and clarify what I know from my own experience. The issue I'm talking about here is what can you do to come back after having a baby and come back as a strong triathlete? Some people are at a different point in their triathlon journey than others when they get pregnant. Some people are already new when they have their first baby, and some people have been doing it a very long time. But it seems like no matter how long anybody has been a triathlete, when they get pregnant, even people like Marinda Carfrae still seem to struggle with the questions of, well, what should I do during this pregnancy? And how can I come back strong after the pregnancy? Well, being that I have 5 kids and 3 of those kids were born after I began using, the training methods for triathlon and competing in races, I can say that I have quite a bit of experience from the standpoint of a mother, but also I'm a certified group fitness and spin instructor. So I have quite a bit of knowledge as to what I teach in my classes and what I know to be safe. First of all, if you are still pregnant, keep working out. That's one of the best things you can do. It's way easier for your recovery if you work out through your pregnancy, and as long as your doctor says it's okay, things like weightlifting, not super heavy, but definitely some light to moderate weightlifting, swimming, walking, jogging, even running, depending on your running abilities and comfort levels, are okay and safe to do while you're pregnant. Things like cycling, especially on an indoor trainer or a spin bike, I do not recommend riding outside especially when you're in advanced stages of pregnancy. The dangers of a fall are just too great. Those types of things really help pull in the pelvic floor and support the uterus as it grows. And I know that in my personal experience, the pregnancies where I was spinning during pregnancy, way better, faster recovery afterwards. So I definitely recommend those things during pregnancy. Do keep in mind that the heart rate recommendations vary from person to person, but they say what's safe would be a zone 2. So if you know your heart rates, zone 2, really top of zone 2 would be maximum heart rate during pregnancy. You definitely don't want to get your heart rate spiking. You definitely want to keep it aerobic and be able to talk comfortably if you had to. Anything more than that is just not safe, as the baby is not going to get enough oxygen. Second thing, go slow coming back from pregnancy. So after you have that baby, when should you start working out? Well, first of all, don't beat yourself up over the weight you gained or what your body looks like. You just grew a human being. That's awesome. Give yourself some grace and give yourself some time. I recommend as soon as it's safe and you start feeling like you have a little bit of energy, usually at least 1 to 2 weeks after delivery, go for some easy short strolls. And I do mean a stroll, an easy walk. You can push a stroller, maybe 15, 20 minutes. Keep it easy, keep it slow, keep it short. Listen to your body. If it's handling it well, build from there. Walking is a great start to what you should do, coming back from pregnancy. But again, it could be 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks even before you start to feel ready to do that kind of thing. Secondly, I recommend Pilates. Now, many of us know that Pilates is really good for your core, but after you have a baby, your core has suffered major trauma. Whether or not you've had a C-section is besides the point. That just adds extra trauma if you have had a C-section. But no matter what, all those muscles have to loosen up to accommodate for the baby to fit. And there's also something called the Diastasis Recti, and that is when your abdominal muscles actually separate. It's not a bad thing. Your body is designed for this. So right in the middle of the 2 columns of muscles in your rectus abdominis, there's tissue, there's ligaments that separate during pregnancy. Those, once they're separated, have to heal back together. And if you pressure them and you don't give them time to heal properly, you are going to actually cause more problems and potentially even herniate your organs, which definitely you do not want to happen. Pilates movements are made so that they actually heal that diastasis recti and draw it together as it heals. That's what you want to happen. Things like traditional abs crunches and typical abs sit-ups, especially oblique twists and things like that, can actually widen the diastasis recti. So be careful, especially when you're doing traditional ab exercises. Sit-ups, like I said, full little crunches, full-on sit-ups, anything with the twisting, oblique twists. Stay away from all those, especially if you just had a baby. I know you're going to want to tighten up your abs. That is not the way to do it. Seriously look into any Pilates-based movements and stay away from anything that has to do with a full-on sit-up or twists like that. What else can you do? Well, obviously, if spinning is good going into pregnancy or during pregnancy and going into delivery, spinning is also great postpartum. I do recommend spinning easy in the beginning and then spin classes specifically and not outdoor riding if you're looking to build in some aerobic fitness. Now, long rides are going to be comfortable, but they're not necessarily going to help you burn a lot of fat. They will, but if you really want to go into building up that engine again, you're going to want to go hard and then recover, hard and then recover. What are some other things you can do that'll help you gain back your fitness after having a baby? Well, another great one is swimming. If you're a triathlete, you probably already know how to swim. But one of the best things you can do for weight loss, specifically fat loss, is interval swimming. So I'm not talking about long, slow distance swimming, but something that's short and hard efforts with a little bit of rest. Something like 25 yards, 50 yards, or even 100-yard repeats with some rest in between. But you do have to go relatively hard. I recommend starting back into swimming, taking it easy, getting a little bit more comfortable with the pool, and then over time building in some intense intervals. Better yet, swim with a master's team. Look for another video I'll be doing on how and why you should join a master's team. I'm a big fan. But if you don't have a master's team, swimming intervals on your own is also a great option. Once you gain back some of your fitness, HIIT style workouts are excellent for fat burning, getting back into good working out. No, it's not specific to triathlon, but it is specific to building that engine back up, that big aerobic engine. As long as you stay injury-free, HIIT workouts are a great option for you coming back after having a baby. I also recommend, once you get a little bit more comfortable with your body and your weight, going back into some weightlifting. So if you're not weightlifting before, I highly recommend getting into weightlifting postpartum. You do have the relaxin hormone in your body for up to 12 weeks after you have a baby that loosens up your ligaments, so it is easier to injure yourself. So I definitely would stay away from heavy weights for at least 12 weeks. But I'd say maybe 4 to 6 weeks after having a baby, starting back up, doing some lighter weights, higher repetitions, just kind of easing your way into it and listening to your body is a great way to start. But then going a little bit heavier as you start to feel better. And I recommend 2 to 3 weightlifting sessions per week if you're going to do total body. Beyond that, I would just say listen to your body, be kind to yourself. If you're breastfeeding, make sure you are drinking tons of fluids. Do not limit your caloric intake if you're breastfeeding. That is a big no-no. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe if you like this and you want more videos like this. Share it with your friends. Give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.